What's next? Welcome in this new series made by Rosin Consulting, where we are going to see together how to produce AI creative. So I created AI creative for several months now, and I'm super excited to share with you. But this had crushed it. But what if AI made the next version? So this is Evertale. This is the top free RPG game in the store right now. It looks like this. It's top performing, as said, like first one, top three games according to social beta. But their ads look like this. So it definitely looks like Pokemon. They took their gameplay, they took this kind of art style, and it's the one that gets the most impression. I'm not a big fan of copycat. I think each game they have their own value add, and they can as well have a really cool design. So the version you see on the right is actually what I created with some inspiration from their original design. So I did it with ChatGPT, Elephant Labs, and Runway. And we are going to see how to generate a video that is going to be similar to the one that is actually the one with the most impression on social beta on Meta. So let's watch the video first. Okay, clean videos, they took some recordings, they changed the game environment. Unity creative developer, that's what they ask for, doing reskin, because the creative is your motivation, environment, and mechanic, of course. Here you go from forest to ice, then you see like the sand, the desert, and the little village, and the end car. Kind of a simple creative that I think they could have actually produced with something that is more similar to their game style. Why it's important is because if you are going to advertise for a Pokemon game, you are going actually to reach out all the Pokemon lover, yes, but how many are going actually to install your game? And those who install, how many will be disappointed if it's not a RPG game with this style that they were actually expecting? So we are still working in UA, so we are still going to use the same art style, but let's have a look at some data. So it was on Instagram, Android, United States, Malaysia, Italy, Hong Kong, according to social beta. This actually is a square video, and they have six different iteration of this one. I said, like, we see an environment variation, which is something quite random for games. It's 15, 16 seconds, so quite a short format for meta that usually work well, even if you know, like, there is some trends for longer format, especially on ad network. Okay, so let's see now, like, how we can make something a bit different. So if we want to make something different, what ChatGPT is sharing to us when we are asking is that we need to change the perspective, the character design, the monster design, the UI, and the environment. What you're going to do is just going to add your old and new creative, and you are going to ask ChatGPT to change it into the style that you want to have. So here the original style spotted by ChatGPT is an isometric creative, and we need to change it into a top-down 2D view. So we are just going to say, this is my original creative. Please tell me what is the perspective, character design, monster design, UI, and environment. This is my desired style. Can you please tell me exactly the same? And it's going to generate this table. And this is a result that you are going to have. So once you uploaded so your real gameplay with the style that you actually desired, you are going to have this little new design that is not going to steal another game normally style and gameplay, but it's going to be slightly closer with the dragons, as you see, to your game. I want to have different environments, so I'm just going to change this into different environments: beach, volcano, forest, you name it. You can ask anything to ChatGPT. It's going to make it happen. And the next step is to identify what you want to create, because you will jump into the video creation. For the video creation, each video, of course, get the mechanic and environment and emotion, but how you build a video from a production standpoint is with a hook, a problem, a value statement. My hook here, I want to grab the attention by mentioning some games that are really well known. So I understood Pokemon is something that is really well known, but they are taking a lot from. I'm going to mention it in my hook, not going to take their gameplay, but mention it. Problem statement. So there is actually some frustration in the store comments that are related to turn-based battle that are really long, evolution that are really weak, not having a big impact. So I'm just going to add it in my problem statement. My value proposition. So here it's where I'm going to explain where my game is really unique and what is exceptional to excite people to make them hold and install at the end. Because if they are not installing, it's cool if they like, of course, my creative, but they are just going maybe not to get as interested to install it. And that's why I'm going to use all the script line that is generated by ChatGPT into a voiceover. So there is no voiceover in the previous version. It's really like almost like a spiritual ceremonial songs. I'm going to keep it, but just add a little voiceover on top of it. So this is all actually I have this result. So this is what I can do here. And this is how I kind of mastered it in order to have something that is closer to the gameplay. So, like, of course, like all the quote and like USP of the game into something that took me not more than 30 minutes, basically.
Think Pokemon meets Final Fantasy, but with way more chaos? Tired of boring turn-based battles and weak monster evolutions? In Evertale, every turn feels epic. Build your dream team and evolve them into beasts. Download Evertale now and summon your first legendary.
So this is my ad. I did in less than 30 minutes.
Final Fantasy, but with way more chaos? Tired of boring turn-based battles and weak monster evolutions? In Evertale, every turn feels epic. Build your dream team and evolve them into beasts. Download Evertale now and summon your first legendary.
So this is something that clearly, like have a hook in the voiceover is mentioning a really well-known game that is Pokemon, of course. Then there is a problem statement. There is a real value proposition. So it's kind of an iteration that will be interesting to test, because it's taking actually the kind of something that is closer to their game, and to see if, because this art style worked well, if it will be something that will scale. There is tons of ways that you can make evolution as well on this concept. You can do a split screen. You can be more character focused instead of the environment. You can also change, like all the monsters. You can have much more VFX on all the attacks in the fights. So you can also change the perspective, 3D effects. So all of this is things that you can create really fast nowadays, and also have a lot of creative tests. So this is what I did. In 30 minutes, I do new AI ads from the top spending video I see in social beta. If it's something that you are actually interested in, like those videos are usually in two sizes for 100 euros. Really happy to discuss this with you. If you have some creative, cheap needs for user acquisition. And please let me know what you think about it, if it was something useful for you, if you have AI production also question, super happy to answer them. So I hope you had a good one, and I'm super excited to start this with you. Let's speak about AI. I'm going to add the link from my AI community as well on Slack, so you guys can join, and see you soon in the Rosin Society. Bye-bye.